Tio and Taiki qualified in the fours and had a pretty good showing. And I believe they also played the triples, if I remember correctly. Yes, they did. It was the triples. It was Tio, Taiki, and Aiden Zitterstein in the triples. But great to see that event playing here in Tamaki Makaurau and the Pacific Island nations represented. Unfortunately, Australia took that one out. So a bit of a loose opener there from Taiki. As I mentioned earlier, the green's pretty slick, so players have been needing to adjust to that, finding their rhythm, getting that consistency in. Yeah, not a bad opener. Bit of a new innovation to the broadcast this weekend. We have an overhead camera set up on some wires, runs up and down the green. So you'll see it sort of slightly moving a little bit in the wind, but it's great to have that overhead shot. Make it a lot easier to tell who's holding. Good correction there from Taiki. There's that overhead camera again. We'll be using that throughout the day. Very good to see. So some of the other matches going on the green at the moment. We have Marty Dixon and Gavin Brown of Royal Oak playing Alex Reid and Steve Campbell, Point Chevalier. Mike Galloway and Steve Fisher of Royal Oak playing Nick Thompson and Mark Poser, of Mount Albert Bowling Club. And then on the rink, immediately next to the broadcast rink, we have Kevin Dixon and Dan Delaney playing the father-son combination of Adam and Peter Blucher from the Papatoetoe Club. Not quite reaching the jack there with that one. Has a bit of a laugh as he crosses over. Oh, drops the head. Opportunity missed there. Had a fair bit of room to get something in a good position. So Tio with his first down the backhand looks to be a little bit short and narrow. Good cover on that front bowl. Pretty good speed there from Pele, just still trying to find the line. Players, of course, a couple of trial ends to get going this morning, but not always enough to really dial it in. Better bowl here from Tio. It's 1-1, but he's taken it into a good spot. Leaves an opportunity now for the forehand underneath the blue. Sit the bowl out for a couple. Yeah, you see there, Peni calling it early. I see they've still got their Tokelau stickers on from Oceania as well. Obviously a lot of pride playing for their country. Keep them on. But also Pele's bowls actually have the Tokelau flag on them as well. Oh, that's a great shot. Draws around it for a toucher. What a bowl. Yeah. Tio and Taiki definitely play a more aggressive game. So they'll be looking to sit that bowl through. Looks to be under the line. Doesn't want to push another one in. Oh, that's all right. He's got away with that. Yeah, if he stays on the back of the... Oh no, it was the last bowl of the end, never mind. So one to Tokola... Oh, one to Tokola, jeez, it's not an international match. One to Papatoetoe. Sorry. I'll get there. So 5-1 played 3. And the Papatoetoe boys will be looking to close that that gap. They don't want to give the Mount Albert duo too big of a lead. Keep it within a manageable scoring range. And interestingly, I haven't sort of changed the jack length either. They've kept it pretty similar to where Mount Albert were throwing it. Oh, ball coming down the other way. Or something's caught his eye anyway. Reset. A good line. Yeah, it's not a bad opener there. Yeah, good reply from Peni. Changed his hand. Draws one in there. Very concentrated approach there. And looks to have drawn another very good bowl. Just missing the last sort of yard. In a good spot though. Holding a couple, the Papatoetoe team. Taiki with his last doesn't look like he likes it very much. Just hanging out a little bit. It's going to try and come back though. Good weight or good speed. Not quite sure from that angle, but it looks to be a second shot at least. Oh, it might even be the shot. Nice opening bowl there from the Papatoetoe skip, and that'll probably force Teo to be a little bit reaching. Looking to perhaps play underneath that shorter blue bowl now. Oh no, he is going to try and draw around it still. Interest from Taiki. Yeah, just rocked the wing bowl. Didn't quite come in though. I think Taiki's bowl's just a little bit higher jack, so ideally wants to be drawing under that rather than using it. And yeah, that's really great positioning, covering those two danger bowls there, splitting them perfectly. Great shot. Searching on the backhand. Very close. Bowl in jack. Oh, he leaves the jack behind. Haven't had an indication from either side who's actually holding the shot there. Yeah, another nice bowl here from Pele. Beautiful weight control. Teo switching back to his forehand, playing with weight. Got the jack. It looks like it's going to shoot out of bounds. I think it might be a kill. They're just checking the boundary, I think. Oh no. Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. Just wait for some confirmation if that was a replayed end or a score. Just trying to get some confirmation if that was a kill or a score there. I'll get an eye on the scoreboard in a second to see if it's been changed over. But a great opening bowl there from Peni. Taiki sticking to the inside of the green. Not a bad reply. Foot and a half was. Ooh, looks like 4 to Papatoetoe. There's just been updated on the scoreboard. So an unfortunate result there from Teo playing with weight. And that one's in the ditch. Watching with interest, looks to be on a better weight than his previous bowl. Needs to stay. I think he's just run through. Final bowl of the end for Peni. Just going to pull up shy of Taiki's. Something similar there, just looking to reach through the blue and trail the kitty to his own bowl. Oh no, he's changed his hand. Playing a bit of weight. This is interesting. He's going to be underneath the line. Interesting call there. Wasn't too much wrong with his previous delivery. But as we know, the Mount Albert boys like to play an aggressive game, so they'll certainly be looking to take opportunities like that. Not sure he liked that one very much. He saw the body language as soon as he let it go. To be fair, it's going to come to a pretty good spot. Probably third shot there. Going to keep Teo on that forehand option anyway. Just looking to improve on his weight, which it looks like he has done. Needs to come all the way in though. Ooh. Yeah, Teo very quick into his work. Bowl's barely stopped. He's coming down. I tell you what, he's close this time. Swing down for the bowl. Oh, he didn't want the kitty though. See if we can find the jack. No, it's definitely been killed that time. They're throwing the bowls up, so no score. The end will be restarted from up the other end. Oh, I see the scoreboard's been adjusted again, so it must have been killed last time as well. So I'll see if we can get a look at the scoreboard, but it appears that the score remains 5-1. Played 3 ends. The previous 2 ends have been killed, or the previous 2 attempts at the end have been killed. Yep, there we go. There's the scoreboard in the background confirming that. Nice bowl there, opening up from Peni. Flaps out there from Taiki. Suggests he's probably a bit heavy with this one. There we go. Get that camera out. We can see where the kitty is on the 2 metre. Taiki just not quite finding this length. Better bowl than previous, but just pulling up a little bit short. I'll give him a good sighter for his last delivery. He's running through as well. And picked that one up out of the ditch by the look of things. So Taiki now be looking to get something nice and close, building ahead. See there on rink 2, a nice close match between Royal Oak and Papatoetoe. 8-6, 8-5, sorry, 6 ends played. Yeah, much better here from Taiki. Should roll out. Yeah, great bowl. Always in good spirits, these guys. Even on the bad ends, high-fiving, crossing over, having a laugh. That's what we like to see. Great first bowl there from Pele. Sits the shot out. Doesn't quite stick around, but will hold the shot there with Peni's blue bowl to the right of the jack as we see it. Just see it there in the bottom of the frame. A little bit heavy there from Teo. Coming in well again. Great weight control so far this game from Pele. Turns that down. I don't think he's going to get second out of it. Taiki's going to have a look. I didn't quite catch that. Looking to draw around that bowl. Just it does seem to be finishing just at the end, and you get that perfect weight. It drops in nicely, but just a fraction wide on that occasion. You see the sun really coming out behind the clouds now. It'll be in the player's eyes at the moment. It hasn't quite tucked around behind the clubhouse. You'll see in the next half an hour or so that shade will start to come over from the clubhouse and cover the green. But right now it's straight down the player's eyes, adding another degree of difficulty to the game. So last bowl here from Teo. Probably just looking to improve his line. Definitely one down. Oh, he could have second shot there. A little bit difficult to tell. Ooh, interesting decision. So concede the one. We'll see the measure come out. Looked like two. So after a couple of kills, we finish the fourth end. Peni throws the jack in the ditch. So it'll be thrown back up to be redelivered. 5-3 after 4. And another very good start there from Peni. Definitely seems to have the upper hand at the moment over Taiki, just not quite finding the consistency with his weight. Getting good bowls in the area still, but just that slight advantage in the leads battle for sure in favour of Papatoetoe at this stage. Commentator's curse. Better looking bowl from Taiki, just going to sneak in behind into a good position. The final bowl just running through a metre and a half or so. So plenty of room now for the skips to do their work. Predicting some of the aggressive style of Tio. I wouldn't be surprised seeing him on the forehand looking to move that jack back to sort of 5 o'clock as we see it from that behind the head view where Taiki's got his two bowls. We had a bit of a chat with the players beforehand, and we were talking to Pale, and we sort of said to him, you know, what's your mindset like going into a broadcast match? Obviously, having played under the cameras for the Oceania final, he said the biggest thing he took away from that experience was not to be influenced by the occasion, not to let the spectators and the idea of the cameras get to you, just focus on the bowls, which is pretty sound advice, really. Certainly the first time playing on TV can be quite daunting, but if you're able to just zone that all out and focus on your bowls, get into your game, Your experience and skill will do the rest, and he's changed his hand here, and it's a bit of an interesting decision. I can see why. There's a lot of open space out that side, but probably wasn't the most necessary to change. Still plenty of room on the forehand. Yeah, see Teo here, just a little bit heavy, but if he gets inside that bowl, he's going to draw the shot. Yeah, very well played. And a bit of a toucher as well. That's probably going to... wow, no, it's not even forcing a weight shot, because now if he plays aggressively, he's going to end up worse off with Taiki's back bowls. He's really just got to try and draw one in there, I think, for second. Take your medicine. Go one down. And I think this is where changing hands on the previous delivery might cost him, because now he's got to go back to that forehand side and draw a shot. Or draw a second shot, rather. Yeah, no, he's a bit heavy. Now, there's an opportunity here, I think. Mount Albert could actually be holding 2 or 3 shots here. If Teo can get a touch of that jack across further to the right of screen as we see it, it'll bring another couple into the... well, it might bring those back 2 into the count, but he's a bit heavy here on this bowl. Taiki's not very TV trained. He holds his hand sideways. It's hard to tell how many shots he's got. We'll wait for the scoreboard to flick over. Sort of a mid-long length end. Matt's up a little bit. Jack throwing almost to the tee. Just the one. So 6-3 after 5 ends. And that's a pretty good start from Taiki. It's forced Peni onto the other hand, at least anyway. But it hasn't bothered him at all. Look at this bowl. Breaking down nicely. That's a great opening shot. And I stand to be corrected, but I think that's the first bowl he's played down that hand coming this way. And a pretty good reply too. Definitely looking like one of the better heads building that we've seen so far. And look at this coming in nicely again. He'll rest his own. Oh no, just get them both. Unfortunate result there, really deserved a little bit better. Good bowl in the area. It's coming down on a slightly tighter line. And It looks like Peni's going to follow him down on that title line, also going underneath the jack. Not the worst place to finish. So plenty of action across the weekend as we see some of the spectators sitting over the far side. They'll be watching the Carlton versus Carlton final in the women's fours. Later on today we have the 1-5 women's peers match, which is a continuation from the event which commenced in October, I think. If I remember correctly, we'll be finishing off that final at 12 o'clock and we'll be broadcasting that match as well. That's between the peers skipped by Nicole Singer and Rebecca Brosnan, both of Royal Oak Bowls. That's no doubt to be a thrilling match, both of those ladies playing in the 1-5 rep squad. The finalists in the 1-5 singles from last season, and they've certainly had plenty of good matchups at club and centre level, those two, so we look forward to another thrilling match there. And then of course later on this afternoon we'll have our men's peers final. Tomorrow we won't be broadcasting, but we will have more action here at Carlton, Cornwall, with the men's fours and the women's peers centre finals as well. Getting them all wrapped up before the Christmas break. And then after Christmas we're straight into the Jardine mixed peers. The draw was published yesterday. 106 entries in that event, which is the biggest we've had in quite some time. Going back to a 3-day format, slightly different than previous years. So we're really looking forward to that one. It's going to be a great 3 days of bowls. And then right off the back of that we go into Nationals, which is hosted in the Greater Auckland region between Auckland and North Harbour centres. And those draws were also released yesterday for anybody who hasn't seen them. And also released yesterday actually were the draws for the Taranaki Fours, one of the biggest fours tournaments in the country. So big day for draws being released yesterday. And plenty of top level bowls coming up in January. So Peni is just calling just over the draw, I think. If he sits his own bowl out, he'll hold 3 or 4, but if he gets just through, he's going to find himself in a good catching position as well. I like that call. Confident play. Yeah, good speed for the shot, just a little bit wide on the green. Going to promote that blue bowl through. So it'll be 1, I believe, to Papatoetoe. Papatoetoe, I should say it twice. Being lazy. See there in the background, Adam Blucher, and I'm not quite sure who that is sitting next to him, but Papatoetoe Bowling Club sporting their brand new shirts for the first time this weekend. Had the full fashion show this morning, catwalk, demonstrating their new attire, very classy. Yeah, Taiki now starting to find it. Bit of a loose start there from Peni actually. Threw a shorter jack and then caught himself off guard a little bit, I think. Oh, Oh, look at this, making the correction though. Very nice bowl. Peni again, very good weight. Just pulling up, but I'd say he's probably holding 2 there. Yeah, good speed again. Seems to be that you just push your bowl that little bit too wide and it doesn't quite come all the way back. It is drawing very nicely, but you've got to get that line perfect because the bowl does most of the work in the last sort of 3 to 4 feet. So sticking down that forehand side, looking to promote, come behind. Oh no, that'll be tempting. I think just over the draw, you can work off the left blue into the kitty. Doesn't have to be a full speed shot, but certainly reaching. Use the outside. Oh, yeah, now it's looking like a bit more of a full-blooded drive. Yeah, and you see there, Pele just going for a bit of a covering bowl, I think. And we're now going to be joined in commentary by Peter Thorne. Welcome, Peter. How are we?
Yeah, very good. Thanks very much there, Brendan. Just sorry about being a bit late there. Bit of traffic around the place, so that's all good. I just see we're just starting off here with the boys from Mount Albert and Papatoetoe, so we're going to be in for a good game here, I feel, especially with the score now at 6-4. They've worked their way into this, Brendan.
Yeah, and another kill there from Tio, so that's, I think, the 3rd or 4th kill we've seen this game already, so... you know, you expect that from Tio, of course, being the aggressive player.
Yeah, well, Tio's not short. If there's a fly on his bowl, he'll go for it. So, no, they're both worthy contenders here, being in the quarterfinals. They both represented their countries, both of them for the Cooks and Peni and them for the Tokeloa team. They've on a winning form at the moment with the the Oceania there, that they ended up with a gold medal a couple of weeks ago. So that's great, and it's going to be a good final, semi-final.
Quarter-final.
Well, it's one of the finals.
One of the finals.
I just rushing in as trying to find my car parking. That was all nice.
No, that's right. No, look, I touched on that a bit earlier as well. It was a great result for Tokelau.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't hear all that.
No, you're fine. Great result for Tokelau, and as I was saying, it's so good to see the Pacifica nations represented in bowls through their communities, and it's great to have that kind of event here in Auckland, and obviously your involvement with the Tonga team, and you've had quite a bit of success with Tonga over the last couple of weeks as well. Yes,
it's been great for the country there, with the team picking up 2 bronze and a silver in the Oceania, and then Millie winning the world champ singles out at Browns Bay there last week. So yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy couple of weeks for us, but that's what bowls is about. If you're in finals, you don't mind.
No, of course not.
Just see at the moment here, Brennan, about the pace of the green looks pretty good. I'd say it's running about 16, 17. Where it looks like it's got a bit of starweed in it, which is going to help the pace of the green.
Yeah, I sort of had it about 17 as well,
Right.
and I think it seems to be a bit of a trend in Auckland at the moment. I think a lot of the starweed's starting to come through. We're seeing a lot of hybrid greens.
It's to me over the years. I call it like a lazy man's greenkeeping job. It's like Mike Tyson. You can play it in all sorts of weather, and it's good for the speed as well. As long as the crown's cut down, and that's why it's called the starweed a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the starweed I think just gives a bit more strength and rigidity to the green, keeps it a bit firmer, and it's certainly just that firmer surface to play on. You see Panapa, especially with Auckland and the unpredictable rain that we get, it tends to be a bit softer. So having that bit of starweed in there just keeps the green nice and strong and firm, and allows us to play a bit more confidently.
What a marvellous setting we've got here too, at the moment. I see the crowd starting to build, so that's always good for the game. And this is the good thing about the starweed. You see the bowl coming home there, and it gets that little bit of extra running on there for the drawing to the jack level bowl there. I would be surprised if he just continues on his same hand and Teo comes down and plays the other hand and try and sit that bowl. Yeah,
we've seen that quite a bit in the first few ends, where Taiki's been pretty adamant playing that inside hand, and then it's given Teo options to just trail the jack through and create opportunities.
So sometimes too, there it's good. You just let your lead stay on one hand, be consistent on one hand. Once you start swapping and changing, you get a lot of problems here and there. But as I say, Teo's got actually two good options here, is just playing onto that bowl or sitting the blue bowl there at 3 o'clock.
What we have seen quite a bit in the early stages as well is, whilst Teo's played the aggressive bowls that he's very well known for, he's actually been trying to draw around some of those shorter ones quite a bit too. So I wouldn't be surprised, just as a first option, seeing him playing that forehand side and just trying to drop around that shorter bowl.
It's different to see here. Like he was actually he was leading in the Oceania, and it looks like they've screwed the scrum here, where here he comes. Here's a good bowl. Won't take nothing away from him here on this. And that's actually a good cover, because if Teo did play the other hand, he could have squirted it over for 3 or 4.
Yeah,
this is what I thought he'd play.
No, I think Pele's probably had the best of the weight control so far out of the 4 of them.
Yeah. And this is what I say about Teo's one. It's actually a good bowl. It's a good bowl and a bad bowl, what he played there, because it gives a shot on where he can come off the bowl or a dead draw like that there. So he just need to play a yard through onto that and trail it back to his back bowl for the viewers that are
same shot, isn't it?
Yeah. You might hear me say a couple of times you've got viewers and listeners, because there is some people that are just driving and they just like listening to the event as well.
And then there's those that like to view and not listen.
Yes, yeah.
Great reply there.
Yeah. He's no difference. Just play a yard to it and just see if the kitty squirts a bit for him. Yeah, a bit wider this time, but coming home. I think he's playing with a size 3 XG.
Yeah, the red ones are size 3s, I think, because black ones are 5s from memory. Oh, it's... No, I don't know. I don't think he threw down, but didn't really want to push that bowl in. Yeah, it's interesting, this trend at the moment with bowls. We had Barry Lester over here the other day, and the old adage used to always be you play with the biggest bowl you could possibly handle, and I think now the game's changing that you want to play with the lightest bowl, because it actually gives you a bit more control, a bit more feel in the hand. Barry spoke about going from I think a 4.5 down to a 3 now, and apparently Aaron Wilson and a couple of those guys are playing with 2s, and I sort of had 4s forever, and I think, geez, I could never play with a 2.
I think a lot of that there is fine over there when they've got the surfaces there that run a bit truer, so you're able to play that bowl. And here's the one I was talking about with Teo, is just to squirt it and follow through, get an edge. Oh, he's a couple down now, maybe 3.
No, I think just the 2.
But yeah, we're talking about bowls now. I think we're getting to the stage now, and especially in Auckland in particular, where we're going onto a carpet at times, you nearly really need to travel with 2 sets of bowls.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have found that I've picked up a second set. I've actually brought myself a UK model, and on the particularly on the indoor carpet greens. They're just so much more reliable. You watch the UK guys obviously play on YouTube all the time, and they've got these big drawing bowls, and it's a very different game when you're playing on an indoor carpet to an outdoor, and even those slower greens as well that we do get from time to time here, particularly sort of at the extreme ends of the season.
Yeah.
It's just nice to have that bowl that draws a little bit more.
Well, that's if you look at the game at the moment with Teo and Peni, they're playing. I was just come in and someone just said to me when I was just parking the truck up about they dropped a 4 on the first end, so that's a great comeback now. Now they're levelling up to 6 all. So as we all know, if you're going to drop something, drop it early.
Yeah, we hadn't quite gone live. We were a bit late ourselves with some technical difficulties getting the broadcast going this morning, but great little trail shot from Teo. Just took the jack back into the ditch, and fortunate to have all the back bowls.
Yeah. Oh, I missed that when I was in the truck getting here. Mine was more traffic problems and stuff like that.
Oh, that's all right. We'll sack the broadcast company for not getting us going on time.
I'm sure they do everything possible to get this up and running.
Right. Getting a side eye from the producer. No, they've done a very good job. With new broadcast company for us, WSL, so we thank them for their support and getting us live today. And a couple of new innovations. Obviously, I spoke about that wire overhead. You can kind of just see it in the wide shots there. We've got a little camera running up and down the green.
If there's a yard over, this is going to be a top bowl, because any weight to this bowl now, it's just going to come up to their advantage. And Teo would be a little bit disappointed with him seeing Peni, their players play up to it, but more yard through to these. That's the one.
Oh, it's more than a yard, but I tell you what,
he's going to be a bit wide here.
Yeah.
And that's the problem when leading. If you're driving or playing big shots when you're at lead like that, is this is when you can start dropping your big numbers. So I thought Teo might have just got him playing up to the more of a bit of weight just to sit the bowl.
Yeah, well, it's not the first time he's played that sort of shot. There's still plenty of room to draw around his own bowl, or even if he was just sort of, as you say, that yard on weight, sitting the blues.
Well, you just got to build ahead in pairs, you don't want to go crazy. The object there is just to beat his front bowl, even if he's got a bowl over, so Teo can play a shot. He's going to. That's the better weight.
Yeah, I mean, there's even just a good option to draw onto that shot.
Come
bowl.
off this bowl.
Oh, he's going to kill that.
Yeah.
Yeah, send them back.
Oh, he'd be thinking yourself quite lucky at doing that there. I feel with your lead should just keep on drawing for a while and build the head up for Teo, because he can play the shots, so you don't want to be dropping big numbers when you're 6 all. And as I said before, is what I heard, they dropped the 4 on the first end, so really Teo's only scored 2 shots where the boys have scored 6, so their advantage has been with them at the moment.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think Pene's kind of had the advantage in that Leeds game anyway.
Yeah, Peni actually skipped the Oceania to win gold over the New Zealand pairing of Seamus and Finbar from New Zealand in the under-26s. So they're used to the big pressure.
Yeah, that was one of the other things that Pele had said when we had his little interview before the game. He said that some of the we asked who was your toughest opposition, and he said that under-26 team and the peers, they were very competitive and just next level.
I actually thought they would say Tonga because we actually beat them. I was hoping for that.
I think it's that pressure of the final too that adds to the occasion. When you look at their list of achievements, they've talked about Oceania and that pride of representing Tokelau, but then also, like winning the first year singles and the 1-5 Auckland pairs as well. These boys have won, so there'd be very few combinations. Well, that's probably a bit of an outlandish statement, but I think there'd be very few pairs that have probably won the 1-5s and then gone on to win the centre pairs, particularly, this sort of quick, because these boys aren't too far out of the 1-5s. They're only... they'll be less than 10 years, I would think. You might know for sure, a bit more accurately.
Oh, sorry about that. But I just had a few people getting hold of me here. Would there be any runners we got here just for a little update since it's a finals day
Oh yes.
for the women's? The women's falls are going at the moment, which is between the two Carlton's team, and that's for a final. And I know a couple of women there are playing for a gold star. So that would be quite good if the viewers and listeners could get a little update on that. Plus the others there, I just see the other team of Royal Oak, Danny Delaney and that. I think they're up over the Papatoetoe Peninsula team.
Yeah,
they're up
they
17-6.
They were ahead, yes.
So that's a cool game. You got a very tight game there. Just when I walked in there, I saw Mike Galloway play a top shot, and then it was 10-all, but he got a 5 on that end. Then you got Alex Reid and Martin Dixon playing again too. They were over there. So there's some top teams out here.
There's
So
some very good matches. I'll just send a message out to our little flyers and see if we can get some results come in for us.
that'll be good to keep all the listeners and viewers happy.
Unfortunately, we're tucked away in the boardroom here at Carlton, Cornwall, so we can't actually see the green physically.
I'm sure we get a runner.
Yeah, no, we'll get some results sent through for us, and we'll update you all very shortly.
We're getting a good crowd coming in now, which is good, and it's got a great atmosphere at the Cornwall Park Carlton club rooms here. Brings back memories here of the place over the years. They used to have an apartment up top for the greenkeeper, Trevor Donaldson. Used to be a lovely setting here with in between the trees and the birds. So
Yeah, you mentioned that centre title. Helen Blick's going for her gold star.
yeah,
And I believe one of the other ladies were as well.
I think it's 7-6 by my viewing out the window here. So hopefully it's not 16, but I've got my glasses on. So it's a pretty tight game there. Can you just refresh my memory? Is it a time limit on this?
Yeah, so quarterfinals 2.5 hours, and then semi-finals onwards. There's no time limit.
That's
So, yeah, these 4 men's games will have a 2.5 hour time limit. We started, I believe, at 2 minutes to 9.
No, just been going on an hour.
For those
so
of you
good.
that want to do the math. When I find the right document on my computer, I can tell you who's going for gold stars because I wrote it all down.
I know there's a few in the men, like with Kevin Dixon. I think he's going for one as well in the men's. So, and then tomorrow there's a few going as well. I know Harry and Point Chev.
So you've definitely got so Alex Reid from Point Chev. He's got 4. He's chasing his gold star. I know. Speaking to him earlier in the season, it was one of his goals. So he's teamed up with Stephen Campbell, who's a very promising junior player, and he's definitely chasing that gold star this year after taking a year off. Your co-commentator on the Bowls New Zealand broadcast. So he's actually in the men's. Sorry, I was going to say men's and women's then for a second. He's in the men's pairs and the men's fours finals this weekend. So he's got two bites at the pie. We have Kevin Dixon on 4, and no, that's it for the pairs, just those 2.
Yeah.
Nick's on 7, Mike Galloway's on 22, Gavin Brown's on 17, Marty Dixon's on 21.
Just telephone numbers there.
Oh, look, plenty of experience in the field here this weekend.
There'll be a few tomorrow too there.
What are you on, 17, I think I saw somewhere?
Oh, something like that, mate.
Some
But I
high number.
Yeah, I'd retired before all these guys started getting better. I walked out, I'm like, I know when to chuck the hat in the ring and just say bye-bye.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's going to be, just reminiscing now there as the viewers might see and the listeners see the young fella there doing a measure. It's like using your fingers to give you a rough idea who's holding shot for those people that aren't too sure on the game. It seems to be very close, but I'd back the blue bowl in the front.
Yeah, it looked like a one-down indication.
And that's to the viewers and listeners that may be there. It's basically we try and call it like a 12 o'clock shot, and the one on the red bowl is basically a 9 o'clock. So it gives viewers if that aren't sure of the game and how the shot is looking. So it'll come up. There could be a plant on here of coming down and playing onto the front pineapple bowl, I'll call it.
Yeah, I think he's probably got a little bit more chance just trying to draw underneath that. If he can
Oh,
sit the jack through, he's got Taiki's bowl just behind.
Yeah.
He's got the red bowl and Taiki's other bowl behind.
Oh, knowing Tio, he likes going for shots, mate.
Oh, there's me. Hello.
Yeah.
Should have had my water bottle around the other way, sporting the Bowls Auckland apparel.
Yeah, see, this is what I thought he'd play. He'd play right down to that, get the kitty.
Oh, big weight.
Yeah, kitty or bowl here. That's not one of his best ones. He wouldn't be happy with that when he watches the replay.
No, see, that's interesting. I mean, I consider myself a bit of an aggressive player as well, but I'd have thought just trailing the jack a foot would have given you 4.
I would have played more up to that front bowl, I think, there, Brendan, and coming through the port that you just see Peni just pushing the bowl back with his foot. Then he had his black-red bowl over there, the red bowl, and...
Oh, that's good measuring technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 down, so it'll be 7-6 now to Papatoetoe.
Did you mention he's actually in the Auckland development squad there? So
No, I didn't actually.
yeah, I think pretty sure he's in a development team there.
Yeah, so both Peni and Taiki play in the development team. Tio plays in the Premiers, and in fact, Taiki actually got promoted up to the Premiers. Not last weekend, the weekend before, in the Battle of the Bridge, which Auckland were fortunate enough to get the victory over our North Harbour counterparts in. Great day out at Howard Bowling Club a couple of weeks ago. The sun came out for us, which was nice because Battle of the Bridge is notorious for raining.
yeah.
Great opening bowl there too.
Yeah, I was, that brings back big memories. The Battle of the Bridge. It was the first outing there was between myself and Wayne Rack. Sort of like got that together and formed the like a Ryder Cup there. So for the viewers, so it's great to see it being still played. This is what's good about the Starweed green. You see it, he's going to be a bit short, but you see the green he's taking and it's just coming home because that's the Starweed, how it can help you. If you don't take your green on the Starweed, you can get punished.
So I've just had my phone ding. Linda's leading the 4s 9-7 at the moment.
Good. Yeah, he's another good. He's tracking home. So the only thing in there, it just gives those little guides for to play up to and coming inside his wing bowl there, say at 2 o'clock.
And I think this is the first time we've seen Taiki play, well, we'll call it the ditch hand, but the clubhouse side of the green.
Yeah. If he's got weight, he's got a good bowl. You know, if he just comes inside, he's got a good bowl. That's the idea. Weight was good.
Unlucky there. He was in the right area for sure.
Still, he's just lacking that little bit of weight to a metre over to give a bit of a chance for Tio if he doesn't get the shot. It's just falling short a bit than the dead drawing. Yeah.
Yeah, quite a sensible shot there.
Yeah, that's the way.
Not looking to get too close.
No. And then he's playing, see where Tio's saying now the weight to play to his feet or to the tee and try not to lose your bowl. Yeah, it's all promotion here and it's called the old clunk shot. Come through. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. It's not that's how, it's how many.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he just follows him down there. Play inside into that 1 o'clock bowl. He's got the old finger measure on now, so.
Yeah, either side of Taiki's shorter one there for Tio is going to be a pretty good result.
Oh, we'll get him to move away shortly. I'll take that jacket off him. That's
so Royal Oak, which I think is Mike. Oh, no, Kevin Dix. No, hang on, where are we? Marty Dixon and Gavin Brown, Royal Oak, lead Alex Reid, Steve Campbell 11-3 after 11 ends, which is quite an interesting result, really, because Alex and Steve Campbell had a couple of massive wins last weekend out at Howick. They won their round of 16 match over Gordon and Bradshaw from Auckland 20-4, and then they had a pretty good win over Matt Watson and Rowan Bignall, also from Auckland, 19-4. So a couple of big wins last weekend, and they see themselves trailing by quite a few shots as we get into the back half of this game. And Taiki there making a great billboard for Mount Albert Bowling Club. And Teo played a pretty good shot behind it.
Yeah, that was the shot to play.
Yeah.
He just needs to follow him down and sit the bowl, or if he touches the jack, he's going to get 2-3. Yeah, not a silly weight, just play to it.
Yeah, still plenty of room to draw there.
He put his hand up there. He might get something lucky here.
Just
get
under
an edge.
his line.
Yeah, that's the weight. Sit it, touch the kitty.
So Mike Galloway's Steve Fisher plays Nick Thompson and Mark Poser. They're 11 all after 9 ends.
Yeah, that's...
And then on rink 3 there, as it's named, next to us on the broadcast, we've got Dan Delaney leading Adam Blucher 17-10 after 13 ends.
Yeah, Danny's been around the traps for a few years. He's an ex-international player, a Commonwealth Games representative, and Dan's been around the traps for a while. He's actually back out playing again, so it's good to see Danny back on the track again. Yeah, this is a green to take when you've got the old Starweed.
I tell you what, he's not far away.
That's a great effort. Oh, Teo want to plant one in the middle there somewhere, just in case he does trail a kitty. If he trailed it, he'd drop a 4 or 5. I'm not too sure if there's a bowl left. That might be the last bowl he played.
Yeah, it's the last bowl. Yeah, there's three there. Yeah. He's not too far away. If he's got the speed to get down.
He dropped it.
He's going to pull up. Very good track, though.
It's coming out to be a good game, this, at the moment.
2. So 8-7 now to Mount Albert after 9 ends played. You see at the top of your screen there, Teo standing up the rink looking for a shorter end.
Yeah.
Matt's on the 2 metre mark, I believe. Mid-length.
Oh, I always see it like this here, Brendan, is basically Teo's made the plan now that the boys are just as equal as him on the longer length, and if he's going to try and get himself back into the game and score some more shots, is to vary his length. And as you say, he's actually starting to play the bankhand a bit more now, and seeing if they're coming home, which he's playing that first bowl a bit short, and then he's got to adjust a bit. He's letting them in a bit at times. Yeah,
and it's not a... It's a good bit of recognition, I think, from the Mount Albert boys, because Peni's been playing that side of the green quite well.
Yeah.
So even if Taiki's not executing, he's getting in the way. He's forcing Peni to think about what he's playing, where he's playing.
Yeah, this is what tends to happen when you get a variation of the jack.
I was going to say a bit of speed, but it just died so quickly there. Lost all its weight when it started to turn. It's still going to sneak in for shot, though.
Yeah, these become the ugly ends where sometimes you can drop some big numbers because it looks so easy, and you try and take weight off or put weight on and they'll just go flying past. So I feel the first one in that can actually draw the shot on this length it will stay there. You see, this is what happens. You can make yourself look quite ordinary.
Start to get under the line, chasing the jack a little bit.
Yeah, and this is what happens, you know. they don't want to be dropping a number. I'm not saying they're going to, but you've clawed your way right back into the game. They dropped the 2 then, and they were 1 in front. So they'll be doing a little bit of thinking, or even if they have a little talk to each other walking up the green there. It's a good way of sorting a few things out. What's he done here?
Yeah, it's a better bowl.
He's giving them that port to come in to follow him down now. Yeah, if it turns, it'll be all right here. In the edge, you never know your luck in a big city.
Putting it in the area, the boys having a bit of a chuckle there.
Yeah. Yeah, we say that raking the head there, that with that weight here, Brendan.
Definitely raking the head with that weight.
Might have 10.
Taking out the weeds.
Isn't it good to see another facility coming up with the old carpet up here and the green, with a Carlton, Cornwall here, where they've got the facilities for 3 greens and turning one in for all weather for the members to be playing 365 days of the year. So I think it's starting to be the trend now where if you get clubs going to survive the way we've got mates and bowls and a lot of social bowls, you've got to have a facility like that now just to keep it going.
Oh yeah, look, and Carlton Cornwall's always been probably considered more of a traditional bowling club in that sense, but definitely that decision to put down a carpet green has future-proofed them. And I was here last night, and they had 2 or 3 corporate groups rotating through, and then they had well, I'd say the more serious players, but your Friday afternoon 242 tournament they run here every week. On the grass green, and it was just the club was alive. It was great to see, and then definitely when they get that A green back up and running, they've had a few issues with it. They've invested some money. They're going to resow it. Couldn't work out what I was trying to say there. Start from scratch. Put a new green down, grass as well. So yeah, 2 grass greens and a carpet, and probably equal to some of the best equipped facilities in the region for sure.
Yeah. Sorry, viewers, we just can't see what was going on there, so you might be playing with this a bit more weight up the middle and just rattle the head around. Yeah,
definitely a bit quicker.
Yeah,
looks to be a little bit wide. Catch that front one.
Yeah. So this, could drop a 3 here. Tio's got the ability. He's only got to beat that one, and that's where I went back to there, Brendan, about little end like that, how it can look ugly but easy to score. You look at that, that's not one of the best heads we've seen so far, and as you say before, I was getting here that there were so many ends killed.
Yeah,
I don't think he's got no difference now. He just trails the back, more controlled weight I'd like to see here.
Yeah, if you can get the front edge of that kitty and sort of as
tickle it back, and even if you reduce.
Yeah.
The other shot was just a big smash and see what happened. Let your bowl work into the head.
Yeah. No, you can sit the shot bowl and stay there for 1 if he gets it right.
Yeah.
We're not going to be able to
Yeah, we'll see.
Take 1 out.
Yeah.
So 2 to Mount Albert.
Yeah. Well, they'll play a short end again, I'd say now with depends if the wind. I see the winds come up. Oh no, the flag's still there, but he might pull them out a bit and play another shorter end. Just keep the momentum going there.
Yeah, the conditions are pretty good today. There's just an ever so gentle breeze just to keep the chill into the air, but definitely very warm out there. Yeah. Oh, I think they could be going long here.
No, just over the peg stuff, If you could pick a 2, well, actually they nearly had a 3 there, and so it gives them that little bit of confidence there that they've got control of the mat and the jack.
Yeah, and this is a little bit shorter than the previous end as well.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll only be a couple of ends left, I'd say, in the game between Danny and Adam. Looking out there now, I could see the score is 11-18 after 15, or they're playing their 16th end now. So they're in the bit of the box seat, but you never know in bowls.
Yeah, it'll only take one big end
Yeah, and you've
to
got,
turn that round.
and then you got the Thompson and Galloway game. At the moment, the score is 11-12. I can't see. I need Superman noise if I can pick up who's doing that one. And then I think Alex has popped up a bit. He's got a couple there. It's 12-6 after 10.
Geez, you're doing well to see that far.
Oh, not too bad, mate. You know. I can't see the ladies. It's sorry, there, viewers and listeners. They're just right on the end there. So.
Oh, great bowl there from Taiki too.
Yeah.
Just drops in front.
Here's a good track here. We just got to work. Yeah, not badly played here, buddy. Wherever it goes. Yeah. Ooh, he wouldn't be happy with that.
No, he wouldn't.
I used to say things, don't run after something, but I could say this on air. Yeah, just play that same weight, you'll touch that, you'll get 2 shots there, same hand. No, he's got it. Yeah, he corrected too much there on that one. The weight was good too.
Yeah. So part of our little player profile we did, Peter, was we asked all the players what their favourite match was or most memorable match, and as we mentioned for the Tokelau or Papatoetoe boys, it was that recent final gold medal. Talking to Taiki, and he said that his favourite match or most memorable match was the 2018 Commonwealth Games played in the Gold Coast.
Yes.
Where him and Aidan Zitterstein from the Papatoetoe Bowling Club at the time won the bronze medal, which was the first ever Commonwealth or Olympic medal for the Cook Islands. So a moment in history there.
Oh, it was. I was very fortunate enough. I was there actually when the boys won that, the young ones, and I think then they were one of the youngest triples team in the event.
Oh yeah,
and it was
yeah.
just amazing the support that they were getting through their supporters cheering them on. I think that got them right through it, and I think it was really down to about the last bowl, and they held their composure, so it was great to see.
Yeah.
So they've come a long way. All right, the Cookies, we call them the Cookies, which
Yeah.
is the Cook Island team.
And I mean, in his mid-40s, Tio is probably the oldest player in that Cook Island team. They're
Yeah,
a very young side, a lot of youth.
And I'm not knocking anything here with Tio. I've known Tio for years, and I've played with him and against him. He's been around the traps that much, but he's been quite a loyal member for the Bridge Park Bowling Club.
Oh, controversial.
And he's been there for years, and he was president, and he was such a loyal guy there, and he played a lot with Taylor there, and he was always in semi-finals. Played with Luka and other chaps, and as I say, I'm not knocking him, but he's only won one Auckland title. That's.
Yeah, he's one of those players that he won the triples in I want to say 2018 off the top of my head. But yeah, he's one of those guys that you'd expect him to have more, eh?
Yeah, but I think that was just due to his loyalty. He was playing at the club, and it's like a few bowlers like that are like that. There's Adam Furishki that plays out at the New Lynn Bowling Club. Man, that guy can play marbles, but he's been a really loyal person and doesn't surround himself. Oh, and I don't know disrespect to the team he plays with, and Adam could have gone a lot further.
I mean that New Lynn team's a very good team.
Oh,
they
of
were,
course.
Champ Falls winners last year. They go all right when they go play in Taranaki and different events.
Oh, of course, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. There's no disrespect to the players they're playing against, but you get some people that club jump. They've got more clubs than Tiger Woods at times. I can't understand why they want to jump club to club.
Yeah, and I mean, I had a chat with Tio earlier in the season actually, and I asked him about the move. Obviously, as you say, very loyal. He sort of just said, look, Mount Albert have got a good crew at the moment. Obviously,
Yep.
spearheaded by TG, and Nick Thompson's now moved across there as well last year, I think, from Point Chev, and they've got a really good crew there at Mount Albert now. Very club proud, and they've attracted a few good players, and they like what they're seeing. And they're up at the pointy end now. They're a very competitive club. And I think that's what a lot of these top guys are looking for, is that competition at club level.
You got to get the exposure, and that's what happens.
Exactly.
And you see there with the shorter end there, while we're reminiscing that we can't forget we're here for the bowls, but it's working for these guys at the moment. So they've got the mat, they've got control, and it looks like they could be 4 in front now after about 11, 12 ends. So.
Yeah, well, a couple of twos and a single there on the shorter ends.
Yeah. Here we go. Here's another short end. So it's working for them, and they haven't been pretty ends, but it's working. And at the end of the day, it's a W on the board if you do win, and that could be their game plan when they get into trouble. They've decided to pull them out or shorten the lengths. And he's starting to find a bit better with one bowl. He hasn't been consistent, but it's been handy enough.
Yeah, that would definitely be his best opening bowl so far.
Yep.
Begging that one a little bit too much.
We got a runner out there. I think there's a dramatic change there in the Dixon and Alex Reid's game of, is it 11, 12? Hopefully haven't put the viewers on a bum stare here, but I'm just looking at the score around one.
Yeah,
Belcher and
I'll put a call out in our little team chat there and see if we can get
I know there's
one of our staff to update us.
And Galloway and that is 14-11. Not too sure on the process there. That's a big one turnaround if it was Brendan there when we were talking about Alex's game.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 11-3 down after 11 ends. Lots of applause there, but not seeing much action. If anybody's looking for some advertising, Papatoetoe, you've got plenty of space on the back of their shirts. Prime coverage. Centre of screen. There we go.
I think the game between Delaney and Belcher will be all over shortly. The way Adam's there, and I think it's the last end there. So they've done remarkably well. Haven't mucked around on their shot play. These guys are only on end 12. Yep, that's the shot.
Yeah,
these are the things.
There.
Well, you got bowls over the head. You can play shots like that, and it's worked out well for them. They've ended up with 2 shots, and that's where I thought a couple of his bowl could have been another metre or so over.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tio just goes big weight on this first one.
I think you draw with his first. I don't want to overroll you on this, but and then because there's too much room for him to draw another one. That's all my feelings are.
I'll pop a ginger beer on it.
Yeah. Try and draw handy first, and then start poking. He's playing a runner.
He's playing a runner.
Yeah. See, this is what can happen. You can drop quite a few. Oh no, he took one out. That's a good result.
So it is 12-11 in that Point Chev Royal Oak game. Royal Oak
I thought it would be.
Advantage, yeah. So big comeback there from the Point Chev boys.
Yes. So, what was that? Alex in front or behind?
Sorry. No, Alex one behind.
Only one behind. And what about the Delaney game? Are they nearly kaput?
I should be able to see that when the camera turns around. We can catch that scoreboard in the
I'm
background.
just keeping you on your toes, mate. I just want to know the women's final because I'm getting a few little texts coming through.
The women's final is 9:11 after 9.
To whom?
I am... hold up. Whoever's on the right of the scoreboard. Hold up, let me get to the right screen. I'll tell you in a second.
That was a shocking bowl with his first one, but he might get clunked up here. Oh no, Teo has got the weight. No,
My computer has a million tabs of information open on it. That one. So Estelle is on the right-hand side of the scoreboard. So it looks like Estelle is leading Linda 9:11. So Linda playing with Jo Cheng, Lisa Appleyard, and Penny Yam.
we've got Delaney's the first one into the semi-finals now. His bowl, he's just played his last bowl. Sorry there, Brendan.
No, you're right. Estelle playing with... I'm not sure who Estelle's.
He'd be really upset with that bowl. That should have been up. He had nothing to beat. Now he's got an opportunity to sit the bowl for 3.
I don't recognise that initial.
He'll play running down to that bowl.
Well, he's one down, so...
Yeah. Run it and sit it. He gets 2. If not, he put... Once you've seen 2 short bowls, when you correct, they're normally going to be heavy, so at least he's not going to... Here he comes. Depends how much it works. He might thump him up here. That's the only problem.
No, he's going to get the outside work, so no change. And I think Pele's got a bowl to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's played 2 short ones. He'll be shooting himself.
Yeah, hard to correct now too, wanting to change his hand.
Yeah.
So Nick Thompson, I think, has had a lead change. He's now 11-14 up over Mike Galloway.
Yes.
And Royal Oak beats Tat. That says 30-12. It's just popped up on my on the group chat. I don't think that's quite right. Maybe 20-12.
Yeah. Well, I think Teo will be quite happy there, only dropping a 1. It was looking quite ugly, and he played 3 short bowls, so he wouldn't be happy with that, Peni. He's pulled him out and going back to the ditch, so that's a good ploy. At least they're thinking what they're doing wrong.
I mean, what I like about this is it's actually not... The jack length isn't actually much longer, but strategically moving the mat up, putting the jack further back, it takes the kill out of the play for the Mount Albert team.
Oh, but you break your line too there, Brendan.
And yeah, exactly. It changes the line, changes the angles. Yeah. Point Chev now in the lead, 13-12 after 15 ends. So that's coming down to the wire.
Who can handle the pressure there? Has that come up the screen where the jack is? Yeah.
And then we see 15-11 there. Nick Thompson over Mike Galloway.
I always say in a game, when you're leading, you've got to make sure your first bowl's up, then you could correct. You can always take it off, but once you start floundering around, it's like a fish out of water. You'll start losing your weight control and everything, so it's a really ineffective bowl, the first one he played then.
I mean, where Peni's put his first, it's probably right on the verge of being too short.
Yeah. You see, and this is what happens. At least with the other one, you could have pulled it off. That's what I mean.
Yeah, tend to overcorrect.
Overcorrect, yeah.
You almost want to play the same bowl and just trust it's going to roll out the extra yard.
And I always like following your lead down, and then you've always got a bowl to sit. You know, if you are heavy, I call it at least you got the kiddie or a bowl that's going to jump out in front of you and slow you down.
I recently heard it described as social weight.
Oh, yeah. I call it, there could be Mary weight, there could be the clunk shot, there's a lot of things.
Yeah, good bowl here from Taiki too.
Oh, let's still giving him a guide just to shoot around his front bowl and sit the jack or bowl.
Yeah, well that last one now is probably not in a bad spot if he can replicate it.
And they're good shot players. I've seen them go for it, so... He's got a good guide here. If he's got the weight, he's got a good bowl, I tell you.
I think he might just be a little bit quick to... Oh, no, he's not. He's breaking. But, yeah, just a touch quick, though, for what he's on.
This is...
Well, it was sort of 6-1, really. He could have been a little bit tighter with that speed, or a little bit narrower with less speed. And that was unbroadcastable language. Didn't like that one. And he's probably just given him a sighter there.
Oh, trouble is, you start going fishing like that last end, that's when he dropped those 2s and 3s. Because I think if you look at your scorecard there, and you'll find that there's only been 2s, except that maybe that first end.
Yeah, with the exception of the first end, it's been 1s and 2s.
2s, yeah. So it's one of these games. If you're going to drop a number, when you get close games, that's the deciding point of the game. You know, what you want to do is you want to try one and run it and then try and draw it. But Tio's got the ability to crucify him if he doesn't do it.
Yeah, definitely a big end at this stage. Yeah. Well, I think for either team, to be fair, would certainly be a momentum shift going into the final 4 ends, 5 ends.
Yeah, you only got to...
Yeah, that's that fishing weight you're talking about.
Yeah, that's just turning bowls through.
Just
and
overplayed.
You see some of the guys would just try and draw a second shot and then try poking. You know, you definitely don't want to be dropping a 3 or 4 just at this stage. I know there's 2 bowls to come, but as I say, with Tio, his ability, he'll draw 2 inside that.
Yeah, look at that. Perfect position there.
So, and that's what I say, if you're coming down and just trying to draw it inside the bowl and sit it.
One of my philosophies in bowls is they only count the score at the end.
Yeah.
So, quite often you see leads playing, and we've seen Taiki do it too, to be fair, but you see leads playing those grandiose bowls trying to score the shot all the time, and they don't need to.
He's got better control weight here, mate.
This is going to be close. If he misses that and turns down...
He only needed that feather.
Oh, that's an exceptional bowl.
That will rip your 90, I tell you.
Yeah, well, Tio will be looking to draw up to that now. He doesn't have to overplay it. He can rest off Taiki's bowl there. It's sitting... Well, I'd say the leading edge would be just lower the jack.
Yeah, he's got all the position, and as long as he's up, with all of course you've got to be up, but as long as he's reaching, he can't get into too much trouble because he's got the back bowl behind the shot bowl. And
this is close. He's going to turn here.
It depends how much it works. He might get half. Oh, just not enough, eh?
I'd say he's got it.
He just needs to follow him down. No. You play the other hand to try and sit the ball, mate. Because Tio will go that if it is.
Yep, I agree with you there. Do you know who that is sitting in the background?
I don't, but he's got a good track here, mate. This one here. Look at this one.
This is close. Oh, he moves it.
Flick it to his... Oh, gosh.
I think I know who it is, but if it's who I think it is, he lives in Wanganui.
But Tio might go that.
Yeah, I think he might. He'd have...
Even if it's...
He's probably got 2 or 3 seconds, because remember, Tio's got another bowl just out of frame behind the jack.
Yeah, it's worth too many. It's game, set, and match if he gets this. I'd be going it. Even if I only got 1. They've got about 3 or 4 others. He's looking at the board. So, good call. Just play right down to it. You got the back wood. Oh, look.
He's close.
I tell you.
Going to come underneath, though. Right intention.
Yeah. At least we have half by calling the shots. Oh, I think old... oh, thank you. Cheers, mate. I think Alex might have just dropped the number. Isn't that nice when you get a coffee? We got a runner for that women's one. I've just had another. I think. Good to see the CEO of Auckland Bowls here supporting the event, coming in there and
Bringing us a well-deserved coffee.
well, he's been sitting around, and I think it's always good that the top brass of any of the centres show up for finals day. It's the pinnacle of the event.
Yeah, we're going to test out his sausage abilities too. There's a free sausage sizzle running at lunch, and he's been dubbed the cook.
Is he cooking them?
Yeah, I don't know.
I definitely wouldn't be having any. We might come.
I mean,
tomorrow.
I've got Uber Eats ready to go just in case.
Have you? I'm more interested in that women's game. It's starting to rev up there.
Yeah, I'll see if we can get another update.
It's a good bowl there from him. I've got my runner here, and he's given me a score.
Oh, nice.
He said the lady that's in yellow, so that's fine.
That narrows it down.
Oh, we've got to pass the time somehow.
Oh, that's a very strong coffee.
We've got a good sound team in here too, Brendan. The lads here, they're doing a great job here, looking after us with our tones and our ability here. Even got one guy on his knees here. Don't know what he wants. Oh, well, when you got 5 men in a room, it's not like a cell. It's getting warm in here anyway, but...
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I had to turn the fan away because it was getting in the mic. The sound guy didn't like the fact that I had a fan blowing in my face. We just going to run through.
This is what I say about these typical ends, They become very ugly, and you can look like a first-year player. No disrespect to first-year players, but it becomes like social bowls.
Yeah.
And what tends to happen, it's knowing that when you get lengths like this and those type of bowls, you're actually playing how your opponent is playing. It's normally, if you get a good close game, everyone's switched on. But when it becomes ugly like this, you tend to play that way, and it's something that we got to try and. I tell my players that you just got to start thinking a bit more, have a bit more water,
Yeah, and I think what you see so often, and again, I touched on it before, but the leads start to chase the jack a bit too much.
Yeah.
They forget to just draw the shot.
Yeah.
Great bowl there from T.O.
Yeah. My runner just come back, and it's Estelle Hickey's in place. So that's from the Cornwall Carlton club. So she's in front at the moment with a few ends to go.
And this is another one of those fishing bowls, just under the line with weight.
Oh, it's just one. So
Going to sit there for second. Nick Thompson's up 19-11.
Oh, that's
Point Chev did drop a 4. They're 16-13, so 3 behind with 2 to go. And the women's fours is 9-12.
yes. Yeah, there's 2 shots on here for him to play. Is play the same hand as T.O., play tight, and look for the shot and bring the jack back, sit the bowl, or bring the jack back.
Well, I mean, the other option he's got is just to run the jack all the way back.
Yeah, on that other hand, go sitting for the bowl.
Yeah.
His bowl coming up, so how's his weight? Is he be
Well, he's on a better line than his previous bowl. I think he's just one of those in-between sort of shots, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. We call it the palmy weight.
The palmy weight.
Yeah, I'd be more definite to that on the other hand, I feel. Swinging into it, playing inside that really short bowl up there. That's where you could say at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, he just needs to be faulty wide, I think. The worst thing you want to do is turn that blue bowl up, but providing he's got green around it, he's going to put himself in a good area.
Oh, no, I was meaning
Oh,
the
sorry.
shot for him to play because there's nothing at the back. If he comes over,
yeah.
you know, I'd be playing tight right through that bowl. He could get a half a jar off that front blue one.
Oh, yeah. Now you've got a good chance on that forehand. Yeah,
that's it. Right through the port, and then you're playing back, and you've got all the back wood.
Yeah.
You sit the bowl, you get 3-4.
You
So
cut the jack, and you've got a couple. Get it clean, you're holding 3.
I'd be coming and visualising that front bowl, and you come inside that, you've got a... Yeah, that's the idea.
I think he might just be getting caught up here.
You get edges.
Yeah, he caught that front one. He's got something. Jack's moved.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Great shot. You hear the crowd just on the back.
Yeah. So that's where you get your shots. You give your shots, you give your bowl a chance. Is coming through ports, and then everything to come off. As I said, you get wicks. They count.
So that's another 2.
Well, that's it. And it was a big turnaround. They were a couple down. Now they're 2 up. So.
And in terms of the scoreboard as well, it keeps them in what you consider range, so to speak.
Oh, one end is. And I'm only saying that it's the old story at the end of a game. They could be, as I say, that 4 what I heard when they walked in, and there's been no difference really. It's just been that catch up with the boys all the time, just like that 2 again, and they're only 2 behind, and when you look at it, they were 4-0 at the first end. I saw on the score chart there when I was walking in from finding some parking here where it was quite parked. I was lucky I was able to park in the park.
Interesting that Papatoetoe have thrown a short end here.
Oh, he's got the mat up, so and as I say, those effective bowls that he's been playing has been a bit short, but it's blocked that hand that he's normally been playing on. He's going to try and play inside it, so he's made a liar out of me. But
I think Taiki only plays with dynamics, so they're not the widest of bowl. Either side of it's going to give him a good result.
Well, he's over anyway, so that's a bonus, and that's good. I don't mind bowls over the head.
Oh, that's a bit of applause. I think that was Mike Galloway. You can just see on the far left of the screen.
I think
there,
he just
trailed
picked,
the jack.
I think he just picked the 4 up.
3-4, yeah.
It's got him back right into the game. Might be more.
I mean, there's a pretty big Royal Oak contingent here.
Oh,
a lot of them playing, but quite a few spectators also.
There'll be more tomorrow, mate.
Oh, what you're bringing the whole family down?
Yeah, they're all coming, mate. The lead. I'm back on track.
The Peter Thorne fan club.
Oh no. Yes.
Oh, rent a crowd.
Rent a crowd. Only the lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah. See. This is.
Yeah, good areas again.
How's his weight, mate? They didn't want to fall short there. That stops that hand sitting there. Yeah. Just as long as you're over here, matey. Let Tio play the shots. So that 11 over there with Mr. Posers just putting up.
It's all right. Oh, and short here from Peni.
Oh, that's bad, Bob. He won't be happy with that at all.
Anything jack high there was going to be a good
Yes.
result.
Yeah.
Didn't have to be close. So 11-19 now on rink 4.
You don't like that, the way he flicked his rag up.
Yeah, heavy.
I could see what he's trying to do. He was trying to open it up for Tio. Just playing down to us, but I call him the banana bowl there, that yellow one there. That's at, say, 1 o'clock or, 1 o'clock. I would rather have...
as you say, trying to open it up, move his own bowl, wick off that outside blue.
Especially when it's starting to get close like this, so...
Because now Tio's really got to either go, stronger weight underneath Taiki or really play a perfect promotion shot to get into that head. Opportunity on the forehand, of course, draw around the short bowl at 11 o'clock and get the shot there, but very weight dependent.
know. I always say anywhere over when you're playing against an attacking player like Teo, it's never hurts.
No.
That's good. He can correct from here. But the trouble is at the moment is when they have got the shot, they're not actually adding to it and putting that extra heat on. They've left a bit of room to play the shots and not panic. See that?
Yeah, this is that weight that we're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's, again, highlights how good that bowl from Pele actually is, because that's where the jack's going if he gets it on the right side.
Yeah. This is where he needs to play it. And my last bowl after this, if Peni, if basically I'd be saying, play the other hand and try and sit that other bowl there that's sitting at about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And put the heat right on him.
Yeah, I agree. I'll tell you what, though, he's drawn a very good bowl here.
You don't want to be too close because we all know Teo will start having a little heave-ho at that.
Yeah, I still think it's the same. Well, that point sort of indicates he can go faster, but I think it's the same kind of shot. Oh, we got our overhead camera back.
He could be 3 down, you know, here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And that's why I say if you play the other hand, you're not fattening it. Because if you're playing that other one, he's playing control weight, but yeah, this is what happens.
Oh,
eh?
that's not terrible, to be fair. He's no worse off, but he's made a lot of room.
Oh, I'd be going to the back now. I'd rather take me 2 shots. No, you got nothing in the back, mate. I'm only saying here, Brendan, is sometimes this could be a lack of experience of a player, where you take your 2. Okay, he's got Mike to get 3 now, but he's got nothing at the back, and he could go 3 down, 3 up to 3 down. He's going to try and make him draw.
Yeah, damage control, I think.
Yeah. He's on a good track, you know. Bit wide, I think. No, here it comes because he's only got a 3. No, you're just running.
Third shot.
2 down. He's hoping the ball will fall over.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Starts clock. So Dixon and Brown now leading 18-13 over Point Chev, 1 end to go. So Point Chev looking for a 5 to force the extra end, or ideally a 6 to win. Mount Albert lead, that's the Nick Thompson skipped side, lead the Mike Galloway skipped side 19-14. After 14.
That game of Delaney's and that, they must have just drove all the time. They were off the paddock about 4 or 5 ends before everyone else.
Well, they probably didn't drive. That was
No.
the thing.
No, there was no killed ends because I think
No
Teo
killed
had...
ends. I think we're up to about 5 or 6 in this game. If Alex was commentating and had his little kill graphic across the screen, he'd have loved this game.
Now it's 12 all after 15. How many minutes would we got left? A viewer has just asked.
I'd probably say about 32, 33.
So it's roughly about
half an hour.
7 minutes at the end without a kill. So
Yeah. Oh, I think time-wise, I think we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, and that's a good opener, considering that they've been under the pump.
Yeah. I mean, the time limits we play are pretty generous, really. They're kind of there just to prevent people taking the mickey. You can usually get your games in quite comfortably. We play 3 games a day here. Keeps everything moving, keeps everyone, within contention, fair chance.
We're getting a good crowd building up now. We're going to have to get someone on the gate to get some revenue coming in.
Start charging admission, eh? Yeah.
They're all getting their sun cream on and all their Christmas festival shirts on here at the moment, and a couple of people sunbathing, so hope the sun's smart. Here we are, I got my wallet. Someone's given me my Wally's hat, so that's going to be down nice. He's not happy with that again.
No. And this is the key moment in the game too,
Oh,
of course. You know, 3 to go.
Oh, and this is where you've got to be smart thinking and just try and... We call it the T, where the 2 metre mark is, viewers and listeners. That's where now that he should be putting his foot. As long as you're over, it's going to count, and it's going to be a good bowl. Don't fall short. Not at this crucial stage. And that's not being critical. That's just how the games should be played, is 1 on, 1 over. You've got an attacking player like Teo, where I think we've seen the way he's been going.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see...
if he stays on board, it's a good bowl.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Taiki play weight to that jack, actually, up on the backhand underneath.
Oh,
no, he's still on the
he'll
forehand.
keep him joined.
Yeah.
Teo actually starting to find now that his shot play hasn't really been up to it, so he just wants to build the head a bit more.
Saw Gavin there walking off the green.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that was a win to the Royal Oak team.
That will come home. It's a good bowl.
Yeah, it's pretty good second there.
Look how beautiful the day looks out there, viewers. And they say Auckland doesn't turn on the weather.
Definitely treated us today.
Yeah, I think he's playing the right hand here. He can sit the bowl, or the kiddie jumps out in front of him, and not only that, he'll cover those other ones just in case Teo trails. So this is what I like, is use bowls. That's what they're there for. Gives you a good sider. You come inside, you draw the shot here. We wanted just a yard more weight to that. You see what I mean, viewers, with Teo? He just needs to drag he's playing those
he's
two out.
Big. Got one.
He's got his own, so that front ball does come into shot. The one at 12 o'clock that he played short.
And I think across this game, when Teo's played that big weight, he's just not
really
been nailing it, and it's he's not been nailing his line, and it's been creating. Yeah, and that's giving Papatoetoe the advantage more often than not.
And that's what I was trying to say, is that's why he wanted him just drawing the lead, just to draw, because Teo really has been fishing all the time and just coming in and outside of bowl. You know he's got to play the draw after a runner. How's his weight?
He looks quick. You see the flaps out there on Taiki.
So you don't want to be dropping 3.
Yeah, this is a bad time to be dropping a number.
I think that's a good ploy, old Teo coming down and setting himself down now and just seeing what he's got to do to... well, he wouldn't be happy with that. Should have hammered that. Yeah, I didn't think so. Just settle himself down and, draw the shot. His line was good, as you see his bowl there sitting right on the 2 metre mark where the T is there.
Are they holding?
No, they're 2 up.
No, they couldn't be 3 or 4 up.
No, I wouldn't say 3 or 4.
Well, the green bowl definitely beats the red.
You think that one on
the front one could be worth a look?
The one at 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
We'll wait and see after this bowl. Wait and see after this bowl.
Given the camera is slightly off centre, it does sort of look like it could be, but this one will cut out the front one anyway.
It's short.
One is short.
So just go show that wing one over there.
Yeah, I wouldn't write off that one at 12 o'clock either. Ooh.
We haven't seen the umpire. We've got umpires here today.
Yeah, Gerard, the president here at Carlton, Cornwall's our chief umpire.
Yeah. And how's the women's game going now? Must be getting close there.
See if I've had another update.
Oh, the ladies are texting me more than the men. I don't like that.
The last update I've had was 10-12 to Estelle's team after 11 ends. Three. Yeah, I had a sneaky suspicion.
Yeah, well, this is all on here now.
And that's a big end in terms of momentum too.
Well, that's one of the first threes we
Well,
scored.
it's with the exception of the 4 at the start, it is the first 3. Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. Sometimes when you drop a number, when you've had a game like this, it can be a turning point. And hey, it's easy to say it's only a couple of ends from home, but it's a great time to pick up a 3. It gives you that little adrenaline rush.
Yeah, and I mean when you look ends 9, 10, and 11, Mount Albert went 2-2-1, and now ends 14, 15, and 16. Papatoetoe have gone 2-2-3, so good little momentum run.
So how many ends would have the Papatoetoe boys scored on compared to
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 plays
16, 17?
9 plays 7.
Yeah, see, that's a and after dropping the 4, so
Yeah.
You want a yard more on that, buddy. This is the telling point of the whole game, this end.
Yeah, well, penultimate end,
Yes.
Taiki will be looking to put 3 really good bowls down here.
Yep.
Give Teo opportunities. Look at that. Galloway picked up another number, 18, 19
just
now.
missed something.
Just missed something. Big drive. Got a couple out, though. That's Mark Poser's bowl on the kitty. The white and black bowl. Yeah, good start here from Taiki. Just trying to see. It looks like Mike has another bowl to play, so plenty of back bowls back there for him. Yeah, and another loose one from Peni. That looks like it's going to run through to the ditch.
The old pressure's starting to come on now.
I thought Taiki's bowl finished closer to the kitty than that. Must have run on.
Yeah, I think it's a credit to the greenkeeper here, old Patrick Stanaway, for how he's presented the greens for today's finals too. So hats off to him, and it's never an easy task being.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was here in Brighton early this morning, obviously, and he cut and rolled it, and I threw a couple of bowls up, and then he turned around and rolled it again. So
Oh, I think that's a credit.
yeah,
it's good to see greenkeepers working. They always get the blame for not doing it, but that's a credit to him. And you never know, he might just shoot out and put the roller over it again and give the players a bit of extra.
Yeah, no, it's nice to see the care and love that he's put into the greens.
He's a good bowl coming home here. I'll tell you what, this is what he needed.
Yeah, that's what they needed.
And that's good with that front bowl there. You just got to draw around it without playing silly weight. Because you're a good guide. You don't want to be cutting your green. It's actually a good sighter.
And while it's not a phenomenally close shot, it just changes the thinking now for Mount Albert. Puts a bit of pressure on them.
Well, he'll start cutting his green, trying to come in or try and draw around it and go wide. Yeah, so
it looks like he's gone a bit heavy, actually.
Yeah, that's we call that fishing, like promotion.
Yeah. That's what I say. That little bowl there just gets into the head, makes you think about where you're putting it, makes you reach, forces the mistake.
I think Nick Thompson's holding shot down there on that particular one. So
yeah, you can still just over the scoreboard there see Mark Poser's bowl on the head. Looks like Nick's drawing in a second, actually. Yeah,
maybe 2 or 3 there.
Oh, sorry, just bumped the mic.
Well, there's a few of the ladies riding the bowls over there. I wouldn't
Some female jockeys.
Oh, mate, wouldn't want to put money on that.
So there's another good opening bowl here from Pele. Just, as I say, just sneaks around it, but just catches it.
Enough, yeah.
It's in the head.
Well,
It'll be the shot.
Well, the head's looking really pretty for them at the moment. It's just like a dead draw for Tio, and I think old Tio actually has been playing more attacking shots or runners, and hasn't been able to get down to his normal game of drawing. You know, when you start playing like that all the time, and next minute you're in the crunch seat like he is now, if you know he's got 3 bowls to try and rectify, or at least get the shot, and then go into the last end with maybe 2 behind, but he could draw 2. So his main object with his first bowl is to draw the shot, of course.
Am I right in thinking that that score was 18-16 and it's now 20-18 and they've just scored a 4?
Yeah, that's... See, what Tio's actually trying to do there, he's actually trying to promote that bowl than maybe just trying to dead draw and play the shot bowl on the one that's at 2 o'clock there. I'd be tending to do that. Just follow him down, because all you're doing is you're playing, well, I call it my favourite shot is the clunky shot. Everyone will say the thorny shot, which is the clunky shot, or the Peter Keane shot, the jar. See, all that he's doing now is just drawing and building the head. You see? That'll be in the count. That's where I would have been coming down, because if you are going to be narrow, you're going to come through the head, and the weight you've got to play is you're pushing your bowl through the head.
Yeah, and I think, Tio's kind of looking for that
Yeah.
ideal shot if he uses Taiki's bowl to come in and sit, rather than just backing himself to draw dead weight.
He's going to get
he's
out
close
here.
here,
It depends how far it rolls, of course. See, it's not coming to him.
Yeah.
His next shot's just a draw. He's just got to keep drawing.
I just don't think he's trusting his weight control right now.
Well, he hasn't drawn one, has he?
No. I mean, there's even, you just never know with Tio, of course, but there's a good chance he tries to drive all 3 of those bowls off too. Like, they're lined up well enough.
Yeah.
Depends on where Pele puts this one, of course.
Oh, if he draws another one, it's Tio would be thinking, well, if I've got to get a 5, am I going to get a 5? Or, this is all the shots I was saying is just play into your own bowls. It's all promotion, and that's what Tio should have been doing.
Yeah, well, that makes it a bit harder now. Wow. Yeah, that's interesting, that.
Well, he's 3 down. Might play the last 10 if he misses this. Might be an early finish, guys.
What have they got anything on the back, or is it all gone in the ditch?
I think he's going to go searching for this. You watch. He'll go searching.
I think, he's got to look for the kitty, I think. He's very limited for options. Like, drawing 1 is going to put them 2 behind playing the last, but...
Yeah, I like your screen.
They need to use their back bowls. Yeah, I got a nice screen.
What a swap.
Good, eh? I don't know if he is 3. I don't know if he is 3 down.
Yeah. Be 2 anyway.
2 anyway.
I think Tio's the gentleman. If he does a score in this end, if it's 2, I don't think he'll go for 6. He's poking. It's a big bowl. This whole thing. Look, he's tight.
Yeah, he's going to get that blue bowl in front.
Yeah, this clunk will follow through.
Oh, follow through for 1.
No, he's still 1 down, I think, the blue bowl. No?
No, he'll have 1 there.
Oh, don't you.
No, you don't high-five. Wow. Yeah, I mean, good result, to be fair.
3 down. That's put him right back into the game. You got to have luck on your game somewhere, with bowls.
Yeah, of course. 13-15. Going into the final end.
Well, do you see somebody put a bowl on the jack and next the one runs it in the ditch?
Well, Taiki and Tio have had the man on the 2 and played that shorter length, and it has worked for them for the most part.
Yeah, Nick Thompson is right on the kitty.
Whereas the Papatoetoe boys tend to have brought the mat up and play that mid, or that short to mid length. But yeah, Taiki's throwing a longer length here.
Yeah, in or out. Get a 3 for the win.
Yeah.
2 for an extra end. As we've just been saying, there hasn't been big numbers scored, has there?
No, it's been very consistent scoring, ones and twos. Oh, I've just recalled, actually, Alex said that he'd come and commentate a game if he didn't win, so I might get to have a break.
Oh, Nick's just drawn 2 honeys.
Oh, I tell you what, Nick's actually having an incredible season this year.
Oh, he's...
You know, PBA in the off season, hardly call it an off season these days, but PBA over the winter, played exceptionally well, made it through to the national finals in the peers and one of the other events, I can't remember off the top of my head, but and then just carried that through into the summer season with some pretty remarkable results. He's probably one of the best lead/draw bowlers going around at the moment.
Oh, he's actually changed this whole game, Brendan. I've fortunate enough, I've been right through with him, and that he was known as a lead and basically as singles. But at this stage now, he's matured and he's up the top end now, and he's actually getting to the stage where he can actually nearly play in any position, and he's actually one of the most versatile bowlers we've got left in Auckland. That can plonk into a team as a lead 2 or 3 or even a skip at the moment. So,
but I think also too the good draw bowlers make the best skips. You see so many times the skips just play skip shots. They don't know how to throw a jack. They struggle playing singles because all they do is, not to throw too much shade at them, but they just throw balls into the head a lot of the time.
Well, this head's really building up for the Papatoetoe boys here, because it's whatever happens now, he's got to play a top bowl with this to give Tio a chance to grab a 2 or a 3.
Yeah, Taiki's left a lot of room.
Yeah, Taiki's left quite a bit of room here, so... something's caught in his eye. Somebody moving up there. You don't want that when it's your last bowl.
Good that he caught it, though.
Yeah. He'll know as soon as it's left his hand if he likes it. If he starts trotting after it.
Yeah, it's
It's a bit wide, I think.
bit wide.
This is where you just got to beat either bowl.
Taiki's quite an emotive player too, so you can generally tell pretty quick whether he likes it or not.
Yeah. This is quite a... Well, every bowl's important from now, but this is very, very important that he just gets a 3rd shot or even another 2nd shot without fattening it up, because Tio will drive it. It's best if he just comes over if possible. Oh, that's all right, actually.
Pretty good spot.
Yeah. That makes Tio either having to draw 3 or draw 2. Oh, there's a nice little lot there. You got
Carlton fans.
Yep. Under the shade.
Our first man, Peter Blick. I don't know what you call. What do you call the opposite of a first lady?
Oh, I don't know, mate. I just call my wife darling and everything, mate. Keep out of trouble then. I don't need to tell her where I'm going now. She just says, "Oh, you off to bowls?"
Yep. It's great when your life's that predictable, isn't it?
Yes. Oh well, after 50 years, she turns around and says, "I'm not going to change what you're doing." Oh.
It's not a bad opener from Tio. Gives himself a chance.
How nice is that, picking your bowl up?
Oh, they've been doing it the whole game. The sportsmanship between these guys has been really good.
Do you like someone picking your bowl up for you?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
As much as it looks really nice on television,
it's not, mate. It's like they're giving you the bowl of death.
Yeah, it's not my pre-shot routine. And I mean, I see a lot of, and that's what it comes down to ultimately. I see a lot of people get given bowls and then drop it and go pick up another one. Ooh, great shot there, but he's put it a little bit too close.
It's not, because you've got to play 2 yards to that, squirt it. Yes, here we go.
Oh, killed it. Oh, no.
Oh,
that's an unfortunate result.
Mate, that shot's still on for Tio.
Definitely still there.
He needs another one there. Because if he hits it clean, he'll take the back one. Or if he plays a runner, he'll take it out clean and sit there for 2.
I almost think he's got a kill. Oh, no, 2 would be enough to a draw, won't it?
I don't know why he changed his hand, to be honest, eh?
Well, if he sits this red bowl out, he's played an absolute screamer. That's a great shot.
Not really, mate.
Well, it puts a lot of pressure on Tio now.
Tio just smacks that one, mate. 2 out. Or Kitty.
Yeah, I think that. Well, yeah, true. Actually, it's not going to lock, is it?
No. Well, who's the Bacchus bowl? Is that? That's
I
Pele's bowl over there. We
think
just looked
that's
at. Yeah.
Peni's bowl on the sort of back right of screen.
Oh no, he's pretty safe, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if he drives the jack on the forehand and swings under against the blue, there's a good chance he's going to hold. But it just depends if that bowl at 5 o'clock beats Taiki's 2 either side.
You know what I'd be going for? I'd be going for the second shot. And get fine. That will go that way, and that will come down to the end. Those 3 bowls will come into play.
Yeah.
Well, it's mirror shots. I call it the mirror shot. But
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Yeah. I mean, the other option is you just go big brave and try to trail the kitty on the backhand to Taiki's other bowl, but that's a big shot to play. He's going to be on the forehand. This will be a full drive.
Yeah. It's close.
Oh, straight through the hole.
Well, and that's this is what I said about I missed the 4. They've won by 4. Yeah. So they've won by 4 and after dropping a 4 in the first end. So that's a great comeback.
Yeah. And
well played.
It's been the consistency, I think, off the front. Taiki hasn't probably played his best game. Peni's just been in the area for the most part. We've seen a lot of those fishing bowls that haven't quite gone the way of Mount Albert. And
it's good. It's all over. So congratulations, boys, and we'll be in for the next event. Lady will be the pairs, would it, guys?
Yeah. So scheduled to start at 12, but keep an eye out because if everything works out, we might jump the gun a little bit and go a bit earlier. But it'll be the women's 1 to 5 pairs final. Between Nicole and Lee Singer, playing Rebecca Brosnan and Loretta Ross, both from the Royal Oak Bowling Club.
I think we're going to flash over and have a look on this one here, Brendan. So,
we're going to jump over?
Yeah, we're just going to. All right.
Oh, no, we're wrapping up.
Okay,
right.
awesome.
Cool. We'll be back again 12 o'clock at the latest, maybe a little bit before, with the 1 to 5 pairs final, and we'll see you then.
Awesome. Thanks, team. Right.